Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. In the last class we were discussing some characteristics and principles of human growth and development, and now we will be studying about implications of human growth and development. For this purpose we will see first of all that it helps us to know what to expect and when to expect it. So, the principles and characteristics related to the human development and growth suggest a pattern or trend for the advancement of children on the developmental path. So, we have already discussed about it in the previous classes. And this knowledge can help us to know as to what can be expected in terms of the proper growth and development at a particular developmental stage. And in the light of this knowledge, we can then plan accordingly to achieve it by organizing the environmental experiences. Then further we can see that it gives the adult information as to when to stimulate and not to stimulate the child. And it gives basis for planning the environmental encouragement that must be offered and the correct time of this encouragement. So this all knowledge is from the study of human growth and development. When we understand this, then we are able to plan all these things. And further, the role of parents, role of teachers and role of caregivers is very important in the process of development, and it makes possible for parents, teachers and others who work with children to prepare the child ahead of time for the changes that will take place in his body, his interest and his behaviors. So if they will be having the knowledge of all these things, they will be in a position to plan things accordingly. So the students are able to achieve maximum of the developmental goals. Then this is important to develop a suitable environment for the students or for the children. So teachers and parents must know what children are capable of and what potentialities they possess. For example, principles like proceeding from general to specific responses and the principle of integration help us to plan the learning experiences and arrange suitable learning experiences so as to achieve maximum gains in terms of growth and development. So if we are talking about developing suitable environment, so we cannot develop a suitable environment for a child if we having no knowledge about their developmental requirements. So this is important if we are talking about the development of suitable environment. Then the knowledge of human growth and development is very important in terms of efforts to achieve perfection. Equipping with the knowledge of human growth and development, parents, teachers and caregivers can provide suitable opportunities and favorable environmental facilities which are conducive to the maximum growth and development of a child. We have discussed already that development is a continuous process, development is a non-stop process at all periods of stages of human life. So therefore, we should never give up our efforts to achieve perfection in terms of the development in the different dimensions of our personality. And we have talked about these personality domains, personality dimensions. We have physical domain, cognitive domain, emotional domain, social domain. So, if we are talking about the process of development is a continuous process, and if we are talking about it, so we should never give up our efforts to achieve perfection in terms of development. So, the knowledge of human growth and development helps us to achieve perfection. if a person knows about the developmental requirements of that particular child, or the highest level of that stage, so he will definitely try for that. For this purpose, it is very important that the attitudes of parents, teachers, and caregivers are very helpful and encouraging and sympathetic for the children at each stage. Then, designing suitable learning experiences. Educational institutions should adopt procedures and practices according to the growth, development, and maturation level of the students, bearing in mind the individual variations in rates of growth. So if we are talking about learning experiences, which are very important, and as a student teacher, or as a pupil teacher, or as a prospective teacher, you know the importance of designing the learning experiences. And if we are talking about learning experiences, and we can admit that designing suitable learning experiences is very important to achieve our ultimate goals. So educational institutions have these responsibilities to adopt such practices. And procedures which are according to the growth and development and maturation level of the students. It means that it may help us to arrange the suitable learning experiences, processes, and environmental setup so as to accommodate and help the youngsters to grow and develop according to the trend and nature of these tendencies. Then, since various aspects of development and growth are interrelated, and we have talked about it in our previous session, so parents and teachers should pay attention to all the aspects. The principles of interaction reminds us to recognize the joint responsibility of heredity and environment in the development of personality. Do you remember? In the previous lectures, we talked about the nature and the nurture, the role of nature and role of nurture in the developmental process. So, accordingly, although they can develop within the limits of their genetic makeup, yet to attain maximum development, we have to arrange for the best environmental settings and experiences for all our children. And the environment that we provide should always be conducive to developing their potentialities and never prove to be an obstacle in the way of the adjustment of their self with their environment. So this is very important because all the aspects are interrelated, so we need to pay attention to all. Then we have studied in the previous lectures that these all developmental domains are interrelated with each other, and good physical growth, for example, through the provision of play, games, and sports is conducive to effective intellectual development. And on the other hand, malnutrition has been found to be an important factor that retards development. Hence, teachers and parents should cooperate in cultivating among students habits of balanced eating. So this is very important. If you will be knowing these principles, if you will be knowing these characteristics of particular developmental stage, then you will be able to apply these things in the real settings. Then you will be able to provide children with different activities, with different play, games, and sports and other social activities, so they can develop in accurate manner. Further, we have already discussed about the individual differences in the process of human growth and development. And the principles and characteristics of development have highlighted the importance of individual differences from one child to the other and from one stage to another. This fact justifies the provision of diversified courses for the development of a specific talents, abilities, interest, and a rich and varied program of co-curricular activities. So similarly, the curricular activities should be based on the needs and interest of the various stages of growth. For example, childhood, boyhood, or we are talking about old age, whatever age we are talking about. So when you will be having proper knowledge about human growth and development, then you will be having the knowledge about the individual differences in the process of development. And when you are designing curriculum, when you are designing instruction, when you are designing classroom activities or assessment activities or instructional activities, you will keep in mind these individual differences in terms of growth and development, and then you can give room to children to develop in different directions, develop their different talents, and this is only possible if you are aware of these characteristics, if you have good knowledge about human growth and development. We have already talked about it, that the principle and knowledge of individual differences reminds us to understand the wide individual differences that surface at all periods of growth and development among children. And even you can see this difference in siblings. बहन भाई भी एक जैसे growth and development में नहीं होते. They are individual differences. And each child should be helped along the developmental process within the sphere of his own strengths and limitations. So if where we are talking about a generic thing, some standards about human growth and development. On the other hand, we also need to highlight and focus the individual differences in the process of human development. And keeping in mind that thing, we need to design activities like that we are polishing and we are giving chance to upbring the potential of the children and polish their potentials, polish their abilities, polish their, aptitude and their interest. So this is very important. And this is only possible after having enough knowledge of human growth and development and the individual differences in the developmental phases. So, the knowledge of human growth and development, the study of this domain also helps us to develop some expectations at each level. Each stage of growth has its possibilities and limitations. This implies that teachers and parents should not demand of students or children what is beyond their stage of growth. If they do so, they will only cause frustration, and other negative elements, and they will create some tension and nervousness in children. For example, it is wrong to expect a primary school child to appreciate abstract concepts and theories, and we have talked about it in our previous classes, that we need to set some realistic expectations from the children. And how can we expect realistic expectations? How can we set some realistic expectations? Only after having the knowledge of the human development and knowledge of all the stages, knowledge of all human individual differences. So this knowledge can help us. So you can see that this is very important, especially for teachers, to know about all this information.